I am a huge fan of the Disney Silly Symphonies short. I have made it my mission to watch every single one. Most of the ones I've seen have been in colour, apart from the very first one, Skeleton Dance, which of course was black and white. So I was quite excited to check out El Terrible Toreador and see what it was like, because this is one of the earliest ones, released in 1929, directed by Walt Disney himself. The music for references from Carl W. Stalling. And yeah, it's alright. There are actually quite a few other Disney shorts that come after this that are kind of similar. There are a few Mickey Mouse ones. There's Ferdinand the Bull. I believe there's another one that has Toro in the title. Toro, of course, being Italian for bull. So I kind of already seen Disney do this kind of thing, but obviously in 1929, this was one of their earliest attempts. And to be honest, the narrative I found not that engaging, but the animation style for the age I thought was pretty decent. So it is set in Spain, and it begins with a waitress or female bartender carrying a beer and walking along to the music from Carmen. And there's another man there. It's all a bit peculiar. What's their relationship? Not really sure. She does this weird dance for payment in front of him. It's a bit questionable. And then the narrative switches to outside, and there's a toreador, a bullfighter, and of course that progresses into the bullfighting and the bulls, and some of those are popular. Some of those type of shorts work really well. There's also a brief moment where they use extracts from Yankee Doodle Dandy, which is actually one of my all-time favourite films. I love it so much. James Cagney as George M. Cohan is amazing. So, the music, really liked. The animation style for 1929, I rather enjoyed it. The narrative and the characters are not that interesting and kind of questionable at times, but for a little snapshot of history from almost 100 years ago, I think it's definitely worth watching. I'd probably watch it again from an analytical perspective, but not from an enjoyment perspective. But ultimately, for a 6-minute short, it was pretty decent in some ways. Definitely worth recommending if you're interested in Disney or the history of cinema.